It's a long way from the streets of Lisbon on the edge of the Atlantic Ocean to the Victorian capital. But while the move from Portuguese giants Benfica to the Melbourne Victory has worked out on a personal level for Kaz Interview, football-wise it's been a different story. After earning a reputation at the AIS as one of the best young attacking midfielders in the country, the sky was the limit. A host of foreign suitors, including PSV Eindhoven and Benfica, came knocking. The then 17-year-old was invited to train with the Socceroos ahead of the World Cup, and he impressed while forging a key role in Benfica's youth team. But with Benfica abolishing its reserve team, the pathway to senior football in Portugal was suddenly a lot tougher. Hence the return to Australia, a move that the 19-year-old admits has been tough.
I always knew it would be tough. There were a lot of players in the attacking midfield roles, and especially Carlos. He's a gifted player. He's been to the World Cup and he's very experienced. So there was always a challenge throughout the season to prove myself at any given chance. And when I got my time, I had to do something special.
And that something special came in the penultimate round against the Wellington Phoenix.
What a moment for Kaz Interview!
I don't think any player would say that they're happy with being in and out of the squad, but it's part of football, and the coach has the responsibility to put the best side on at the time, and you just have to work hard and go along with it.
Kaz falls into that talented youngster, but his progress has to be stage by stage. His confidence has to be built up, and he has to get used to playing senior football and the physicality of senior football on a regular basis.
I think I've been branded a lot to being too small and not being able to push my weight around, but I think I've been able to cope well and physically get a little bit stronger. And I think I've added a bit more to my game in terms of tactic-wise and seeing how it works at this sort of level. So yeah, it's been a great experience.
But with a loan deal that runs only until the end of the ACL group stage and another year remaining on his deal with Benfica, the future is less clear.
For now, it's really looking at the Asian Champions League and being involved a bit more in that. And hopefully, by the time June comes, there'll be I think a better option in my mind of where I want to be.
One thing that is clear though is the difference, at least in terms of passion, between Australia and Interview's likely destination, Europe.
Over there, I saw 10-year-old boys and with their family, and they'd let their son stay in another city and just for football, and I don't see that happening in this country yet. So that's sort of what we're up against, families that are willing to take their kids out of school just for the game.